Hey guys, it is Magulismus here. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys something interesting that I have. I have what we all know as the iPhone 4. This was my mom's old iPhone 4 back in the early 2010s, back when they were such a hit. What I have next to it is a prop from Nickelodeon known as the Pear Phone, which was typically used in Dan Schneider shows like iCarly and Victorious and all that stuff. As you guys know, they could not use real Apple products in the show, though they probably could. They just had to hide the company logo. They cannot, because of copyright purposes, they cannot show the actual logo. So instead of using real Apple products, they changed the Apple to a pear, which I found pretty interesting because they did start off the using Apple Pear products as rectangular. But then during the time the iPhone 4 and the 4S were the big thing, on iCarly and Victorious, they changed the shape from rectangle to actual pear itself, which I actually find pretty interesting, you know. Growing up, I loved watching iCarly and Victorious so much that even the Pear phones, the Pear products really interested me so much, especially with the fact that they decided to make it into this kind of shape. But later into Dan Schneider shows in the long run, they actually changed it from pear back to rectangular, but actually a clear rectangle. Like the phone itself is clear that you can actually see through a bit, the border of it outside the screen, but it's clear, and that's pretty interesting, I tell you that. Anyway, I thought of making this video real quick to actually compare these two phones, see how similar these both are to each other and whatnot. For example, let me just open up this iPhone real quick. I recently just bought an iPhone 4 charger that I wasn't able to find around my house. But that's okay. We got this off of Amazon Prime and it arrived immediately. I was wondering, I was hoping to charge this up to see what we had in the camera roll, which apparently I realized we only had nothing pretty much. See, like there's no SIM card. Because when my mom upgraded from this phone to her next iPhone, then she, of course, transferred everything over from this phone to the next, which, of course, makes sense. There's no point keeping anything on your old phone. But of course, you got to keep these kind of phones for emergencies. But I kept this. We kept this because I find this to be interesting to own just for the sake of nostalgia and whatnot, what we used to have. And I just cannot believe how tiny this is in my hand, I tell you. I mean, as of right now, I'm recording this on my iPhone 15 Plus, and it is massive, of course, compared to the iPhone 4. The iPhone 4 itself is much smaller than my phone screen, as you know correctly. Can you imagine just going back in time and using this instead of what we have now? And but the screen being so small, and I have pretty big thumbs, so imagine just texting with this, but actually it's kind of more straightforward than you think, and you easily get used to it at some point. Anyway, so no more of that. Let's be comparing these two. So yeah, we got both home screens of the iPhone 4 and the Pear Phone GX. I'm pretty sure is what they called. There was one Victorious episode where they talk about the certain kinds of Pear phones. There was Pear Phone GX, then the Pear Phone XT. I wouldn't know what to call this one, but it doesn't really matter. I don't think the home screens are really different from each other there. Anyway, yeah. Something that the Pear Phone home screen has that the iPhone does is that, oh, it's got these gauges and whatnot on top of here. I wonder what this is. The SBI mail, whatever that is. And we got, I guess that's the battery bar, and there's a signal bar. And that battery bar looks pretty interesting, I tell you that. Anyway, yeah, the way the home screen is displayed looks pretty interesting. Yeah, we got, of course, their messages, the camera. Splash face, I guess that's their version of Facebook, whatnot, I'm sure. I mean, it definitely sounds like it, I tell you that. Economy, maps, notes, weather images. Pear Tunes, not iTunes, of course. They had no abbreviation for Apple rather than, you know, Like, of course, we call Apple products iPhone, iPad, whatnot, but in these shows, they just called it Pear, whatever. No abbreviation or any other term for it. Settings, clock videos, yeah, PearPod, oh, Compass, ooh, Compass being, actually, we do have a Compass app on the regular iPhone. Yeah, of course, we do right there, but not in the first. The mail and the call, so yeah, that's pretty understandable to know. But I gotta tell you that the Pear phone, it feels a lot, you know, thicker, bulkier, a bit more comfortable to the touch, if you ask me. Pretty interesting. Here's the back, of course. Yeah, let's show each other the back. Oh yeah, difference being, of course, yeah, their Apple logo, Pear logo, and of course what the iPhone says is the, yeah, iPhone and whatever words are down there below there. While the Pear phone itself does not have any words shown. I think that's not really necessary to include words in the bottom of that, implying that's a Pear phone and whatnot. You know what I'd find funny? After seeing, of course, the Pear phones, products being shaped like a pear, it made me think, what if Apple products actually were shaped like the Apple logo itself, like the apple with the bite on the top right? That would be weird if you ask me. I mean, share what you guys think about that in the comments. Like, how weird would it be if Apple products were actually shaped like the logo itself? That would, like I said, definitely include the bite on the top right of it. So yeah. Anyway, I guess that's all there really is to say about it. You know, of course, in plenty of other Nick shows and Disney Channel shows especially, they did use real Apple products, but they were able to get away with it by not revealing the company logo. And of course, for copyright purposes, like I mentioned in the beginning, that's why, of course, yeah, I guess as long as the company logo is not shown, it is perfectly safe. But I like how they decided to get more creative in Dan Schneider shows and make it into a different product. Though, you gotta say, they actually did use real Apple product sound effects like text tones and ringtones with the Pear devices. I mean, that makes me wonder, is that copyright or something? Because they're copying another sound effect from a real item in real life, but I'm not sure. Now, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Anyway, that's all there really is to say about these. I find it pretty interesting, and well, you know, as bad as we know Dan Schneider to be, I still believe I'll still hold a place in my heart for these shows that I grew up with because they were that good. I mean, he's lucky enough to be a good writer. He can't really argue at that point, but my heart definitely goes out to all the child actors who suffered back in the 90s and 2000s with that horrible monster of a man. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys soon, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.